Hello everyone, welcome to GED. Today we have some beautiful jalapeno guacamole, some chips, and we're talking about exploring your world. So guys, this jalapeno guacamole is obviously a little bit eaten, and that's because my wife dug into it earlier, in the day. I can't stop her. She's a maniac. But let me just say that this is extremely fresh, as in like made today, with all sorts of, you can see the onions, the tomato, the chunks of jalapeno in there. Ooh, man. And these chips are from a local Mexican ranch market where they handcraft both the guac and the chips and salsa and all sorts of crazy good Mexican food. It's amazing. So without further ado, let's just test the heat level of this guacamole. Oh man, I'm gonna regret it. This, by I guess Spanish standards, is mild guacamole, and it don't look mild to me with those chunks of jalapenos in there. Oh yeah, this has some heat to it. Ooh, I don't know how this can be called mild. Oh man, super hot. You get the cool creaminess of the avocado and the tomato, but then, man, that heat from those jalapenos just hits you like a truck. And they're not small chunks, that's for sure. Like, check this out. Hold on, let me get one. Check that out. That's just a piece of jalapeno in there. I do have some tea over here to my right. And boy, oh boy, will I need it. Oh. This entire bag of chips back here, and it's actually a long bag, look at that. This entire bag of fresh tortilla chips was only $2. This guacamole, maybe like 3 or 4. And that brings us into what we're going to talk about after this last painfully hot chip. Let me just grab some tea. Ooh. All right, so today's topic, explore your world. Now, as mentioned earlier in the video, these both come from a Mexican ranch market. Now, a Mexican ranch market is not a place that I would normally go. It's not a place my wife would go. It's not, somewhere where we think of to go shopping for groceries. But just because we wanted to be outside, the normal comforts of like Walmart and different types of normal local grocery stores, we went to the Mexican ranch market. And man, guys, it was amazing. Like, There's so much stuff in the ranch market at super cheap levels. Like all this for like, I don't know, $5-6. We had lunch. We had an amazing home-cooked barbacoa platter. And they had burritos and carne asada, fresh carne asada. And then in the grocery section, they have all sorts of like freshly squeezed juices, like a literal juice bar, and a fresh seafood market with all sorts of fresh foods, from the seafood. To go with all this seafood, right next to it, they had an amazingly awesome meat market. And I'm not talking like normal meat market, I'm talking like all sorts of cuts and selections and just random stuff. It was actually very impressive. And then a few days ago, to explore our world, we went out to a new Asian restaurant with a bunch of like different fish selections, sushi. Guys, I'm just saying, you gotta step outside of your comfort zone. There's so much out there that you're just missing out on if you're not willing to take a chance. You gotta want to go out, find new things, and literally just have a good time with your life. That's all I gotta say, really. I mean, comment in the comments below or chat me up and say, how you feel about this subject. Just exploring your world. You can't find delicious guac like this in a grocery market unless it's got tons of preservatives just stuck in it and it's wrapped up in a plastic package. Not to say that this is plastic, but I mean, look at that. That's fresh. The ingredient list on this guacamole and this bag of chips is literally only maybe like a total of 7 ingredients. And that tells you something, no artificial stuff. I'm trying to burn through this heat. Gotta stop complaining about it, guys. But man, it's burning. Then there's another type of exploring your world. It's the fact that you're just getting out of your house. A lot of us as gamers, as individuals, in fact, as Americans or Europeans or whatever you are, we sit inside our houses for so many hours at a time, and we just don't get out to see all the world has to offer. Good food, friends, exciting events. Heck, you could go to a live gaming event, and that's technically exploring your world. It's getting out there and socializing and experiencing everything in life. If you want to be super nerdy, go to a con. There's conventions all over the country, literally all year round. Some of them, lesser known, not as popular and maybe off the beaten path, but heck, I'm sure you'd find something very interesting that piques your nerdy interest, Okay, I think my mouth is like desensitized to the jalapenos because I can't taste the heat anymore. Get one more out of there. So obviously, one of the main points of exploring your world is socialization. And if you don't have too many people to socialize with, you got to go out there and find them. They're not going to come to you. They're not going to fall into your lap. You got to get out there, meet some people, make friends, find your boyfriend, find your girlfriend, whatever. It doesn't matter, guys. The point is to just be out there, be you, and be a part of the world that we live in. Games will only take us so far in the realm of entertainment and socialization. So, with that, guys, remember, game, eat, discuss, find the beauties, and I'll catch you next time.